Very good morning to everyone. We welcome you all to our third session on mind training. We have been discussing about what top players know and won't tell you. So last Sunday, we had Austin sir telling us how about champions have open minds. So they try to improve on daily basis. Today, sir will tell us how champions use effort to reach the top. There's a request the parents or the children, those who have the questions, they can write the question in a chat box. We will consider 5 questions and answer them at the end of the session. Oh, we start the session. Welcome, Austin sir. Looking forward to an awesome session ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Hina ma'am. Can you get an echo when I'm speaking?
No, sir. It's through me because my
Okay, because I'm giving a lot of feedback. Okay, anyway, I'll start. Uh, uh, Welcome to all the participants. What we have been doing is I'll explain a bit about what these sessions are all about. As I was telling you, this program is about uh, the open sesame thing which all the top players use as a password to become great players. Okay, they used each of the processes to become great players. Now, last Sunday we discussed open mind. Now, I came to understand that many people couldn't hear properly about the open mind. Can you hear me now properly, all of you? Is my volume okay?
just a thumbs up, kids.
That's
If
okay.
it's audible and you can hear, just a thumbs up.
Okay, is that right?
Yes, sir. We can go ahead.
Okay. So last Sunday we did this open mind program, which I will be repeating maybe one of the Sundays, maybe Sunday next to next, so that those who missed out can get that benefit also. Today what we are doing is, as I said, open sesame is this. These are the various things that we will be covering in open sesame, right? All these topics are very important because what happens is the great players follow each of these processes and climb up to the top. Now, it's very important that we know each of these exactly how it's done. Okay, and today what we are doing is we are discussing E, effort, the E of uh, where is this? Yeah, this is the topic that we are discussing. Okay, effort. Now, what is effort? Effort is what coaches tell us about working hard. You go to any coach and ask him, sir, what should I do to become a good player? They'll tell you to work hard, but they won't tell you what to work hard on. Okay, so we'll discuss this working hard a bit so that you understand it much better than how you usually understand it. Right now, let's start with a story of a American football player. You know, American rules football is different from the normal football. They wear the helmets and they wear the shoulder guards and all that. It's a tough game, right? So there was this player called Ray Lewis, okay, and he was very talented, and he used to play for the Baltimore Ravens, and he used to play in a position called linebacker, which is usually a defensive position. Now, on talent, he used to walk into the team. Okay, he was very good. He was quick. He was strong. He was everything. He had good height, and he used to walk into the team. Never dropped in the team. But he himself used to always believe that just coming into the team and playing in the team is not enough. What he wanted to do was become the greatest player ever to have played football. That was his ambition. He didn't want to just play in the team, he wanted to play as the greatest player in American football. So, what did he do? On a daily level, he started improving himself. He started working on his physical fitness, he started working on his strategy, he started working on his other games, tactical game, then skills, mental skills, and also his spiritual skills. I'll explain to you what spiritual skills are afterwards. So what he did was he went on improving on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and on a yearly basis. What happened? In the end, he played for 17 years in the team. He was never dropped. So 17 years playing at the top level, it was only possible because he decided that he wanted to become the top player. Now, what did he do? He also worked out every day, and did he, compare himself to some other player? No. What he said was, effort is always you versus you. So you are fighting against yourself. At the end of the day, after you practice or you have a match, you ask yourself, did I try my best? Did I lack somewhere? Do I need to improve somewhere? That was the way he got feedback from himself and then went on improving. He was, when he retired from the club, people called him the best player ever to have played American football. Now, this was possible because he put in the effort. He had the talent. Okay, there was no denying the fact that he had talent, but he wanted to be known as the greatest player, and he was known as the greatest player because he put in the effort. So the effort is important. However much talent you have, if you don't work hard, you are going to suffer. Okay, so that is how he became the greatest player. Now, what did he say? Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. You understand what I'm saying? Day in and day out, he asked himself whether he's putting in the effort. That's the reason he went on improving. He went on improving so much that there was nobody as good as him around in that state, in the country, in football. There was nobody as good as him. So he was the best, and he fulfilled his ambition. And it was only because of effort, not the talent. Now, what he said was the only thing that you achieve without effort is failure. Can you say this? The only thing achieved without effort is failure. So, anything else that you achieve is an achievement, is success. But if you don't work hard, if you don't put in effort, you'll always fail. Right? So, this was how he managed his career. Right? He was asking himself, am I doing enough? Now, all of you who are sportsmen need to ask this of yourself in the evening. Every evening when you are going to sleep, ask yourself, have I done my best? Have I given my best? Have I put in the effort to become whatever I am today? And can I be better tomorrow? Can I be better next week? That sort of thing. So it's a growth process. Effort and growth are interconnected. Right? Now, what we look at is a closer home. You have heard of Sachin Tendulkar, right? And you also have heard of Vinod Kambli. Now, when I was playing cricket, when I was towards the end of my career, I used to watch Sachin and Vinod Kambli both. They were 13-year-old, 14-year-old players. I used to watch them in school cricket. I used to watch them in club cricket. I think I even played one match against them, Achrekar sir's team. So these two players were very, very talented, even as 13-year-olds. Okay. Now I feel from what I saw that time that Vinod Kambli was a little more talented than Sachin Tendulkar. Now what happened? Sachin Tendulkar played for India. He was followed by Vinod Kambli. Both of them played for India together. And after some time, Vinod Kambli was dropped from the team. And Sachin Tendulkar played for how many? 24 years, 23 or 24 years. Okay. Now let us look at the results. Sachin played 200 tests, 16,000 runs, and scored 5,100. He played 463 one-day internationals, 18,000 runs, and scored 4,900. Now let us compare this to Vinod Kambli. Vinod Kambli played 17 tests and scored 400. He's played 104 one-day internationals, scored 200. Now, who was more talented? I told you, I saw them from very close, and this could be my opinion, but I always felt that Vinod Kambli, as a left-hander, was more attractive and more talented. But who succeeded in the end? It was Sachin Tendulkar. What was the reason? The reason was that Sachin decided to put in the effort, improve on a daily basis, improve on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. Did Vinod work hard? No. He decided that he is talented enough to play for India without working hard. So what happened in the end? He was dropped. He played only 17 tests, maybe 104 one-day internationals, whereas Sachin went on to play for 23, 24 years. So what happens is when you have the talent, somebody has to tell you that if you don't work hard, that talent is of no use. It'll go waste. And Sachin Tendulkar, who also had the talent as almost as good as he worked hard, he slogged. He used to work maybe 6 to 8 hours a day on his batting, despite the fact that he was one of the best batsmen in the world. He worked on his fitness, he worked on his batting, he worked on his fielding, everything, even the mental game he worked on. And that's the reason he went on to play for 24 years. Okay, so difference is this. They say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. What does it mean? Hard work, if you don't work hard, talent is of no use. And hard work beats talent. Sachin Tendulkar beats Vinod Kambli because Vinod Kambli didn't work hard. That was the only reason. If if Vinod Kambli had worked as hard as Tendulkar, he would have been a legend as Tendulkar. But he didn't work hard. He decided that he didn't have to work hard. So he lost his career. Right? Now we'll go ahead and see what Muhammad Ali used to say about effort. You know Muhammad Ali, right? The great boxer. Okay? He would say, I used to hate hard work. I used to hate hard work, but I knew the harder I work, the easier it would become to become the. It's tough work. Sometimes you hate it. Sometimes you feel like just giving it up. But you have to work. If you have the aim of becoming world class, then you have to work hard. There is no other way. There is no second way of becoming great. Okay, it's only hard work. So effort counts. And Muhammad Ali used to say this: don't count the hours, make the hours count. Okay, just spending 3-4 hours on the ground is not enough. When you spend 4 hours on the ground, see that you're working for progress, because that's important. If you are working hard on the ground, you will progress. But if you are going to talk to your friends, while away your talk to people, pass your time, then it's not hard work. So don't count the hours, make the hours count. Okay, somebody whom you love. You heard of Cristiano Ronaldo, right? All of us. All of us like his game. We like Messi also. Now, all players, all coaches, everybody calls Cristiano Ronaldo a beast. Okay, a beast, animal. Why is that? Because when the team practices, when the Portuguese team practices, or when the club team practices, what does Ronaldo do? He gives his 100% when the team practices. And then what does he do? When the players go away, when the coach what does he do? He works on his individual skills. He works on his fitness. He works on his specialty shots. These free kicks that he takes. He does penalty kicks. All those things he does during those 3 hours. So what is he doing? He is improving individually. Now, does he need to improve? He is a world class player. But he feels that unless he works, unless he goes on improving, because he has competition from Messi, he has competition with 10 other forwards who are very good. So if Ronaldo has to be at the top, then he has to work hard absolutely. There's no other way about it. There are no two ways. Okay. So what he does is he works extra. After all the players are gone to the showers, all the players are in the swimming pool, they relax, they're having their lunch, they do it. Most of them do it secretly. There was another player, the women's player, known as the best, absolutely best player in the world. Her name was Mia Hamm of America, okay, USA. Her coach says that I was going to coach the team one day and I saw this girl running around on the ground. She was doing endurance rounds on the ground, stamina rounds. 3 hours later, after I coached the team and came back, this girl was still doing her sprints, practice, all those things were going on for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. She was still on the ground. So the top players, what do? They work hard when nobody's watching. Okay, they don't show up. They won't tell you that I work 6 hours a day, I work 8 hours a day. But when nobody's watching, they work hard. Now look at Dhanraj Pillai. Dhanraj Pillai was with RCF, and one day going back from the office to my home, crossing the club, 12 o'clock, and I saw Dhanraj Pillai running on the ground. And I was wondering whether this chap, he was a 18, 19-year-old that time, and he was running on the ground. I thought, is this chap mad? He was not mad, because 2 years later, he played for India, and after that he played 4 World Cups, 4 Olympics, 4 Asian Games, and so many other World Championships. He was not mad. He knew exactly how hard you have to play, to work hard to become that level of a player. So I have that respect for it. Okay. So Dhanraj Pillai did all that for become a great player. Now there's one more thing that happens when you're a great player. People say, "अरे यार कितना lucky आदमी है." You look at Sachin Tendulkar, see Ronaldo. He may be earning $1.5 million a year. Okay, Virat Kohli, one of the richest cricketers in the world. आदमी यार इतना बड़ा घर है, इतना ये है, इतना गाड़ी है, ये सब कुछ है. And he's married to Anushka Sharma, actress. Okay, very lucky man. Do we see how hard he works? Have we ever seen him working in the gym or on the ground around doing road running or whatever, and the discipline that he maintains? The vegan dance between ordinary and extraordinary is that it is extra. What you put into the game, what you put into your sport, what you put into your aims, goals, is that extra. Okay, so otherwise you're ordinary or you're extraordinary. So if you put in that extra, you will always become an extraordinary player. Okay, so this is one of the greatest secrets that players follow. They won't tell you that they're working 8 hours a day. They put in effort. Okay. Now, I'll tell you a simple example. Okay, we are students, right? We are studying 10 subjects in school. Now, getting 60 out of 100 average. How do I go to 100 out of 100? Can I take five subjects, study hard, and take 100 out of 100 and get 100% marks? No. I have to work hard on all the 10 subjects. If I get 100 out of 100 in all the 10 subjects, then I get 100 out of 100, 100%, right? So these 10 attributes, open mind, effort, nutrition, physical fitness, all these things are 10 items where you need to get 100 out of 100 to become great players. 60% won't do. You have to rise from 60. You might be today, you might be at 40, but in a year you should be 60. Another year you should be 80. Then somewhere in the 90s. Okay, that means you know that you're growing. And if you want to play for the country, want to play for the state, then only 90% counts. Like and 89% you get admission, right? So if you want to play for or you want to play for the country, whatever game it is, you need a minimum of 90% in all these 10 attributes. Now, finally, I'll tell you one story to stop. Okay, there was this boy in America. Okay, his height was 5 feet 11 inches. Okay, basketball selections. What happened? The coaches said 5 feet 11 inches can't get into the basketball team. Okay, because the average height in basketball is 6.57. Most of the American players are 6.57 feet, right? So 5 feet 11 is short. So he was driven away. He said, we can't select you. 5 feet 11 is not good enough. That boy kept that in mind. He said, 5 feet 11 inches or not, I am going to become the world's greatest basketball player. Height doesn't count. He said, it's the heart that will take me there. He worked hard. He worked hard. He absolutely worked hard on his physical attributes, on his mental game, on his tactics, on technique, everything. He worked hard. Who was that person who became the greatest player in basketball? His name was Michael Jordan. Okay, he was thrown out of the school team. He played for the States. He played for Chicago Bulls for 12 years or so. Won 6 championships, and he is considered to be the greatest player ever. So, if shortcoming, it's up to you to make up for it. Okay, Sachin Tendulkar was short, 5 feet, one or 2 feet, 2 inches. I am too short to become a fast cricketer. He didn't. Gavaskar was short. Yeah, he didn't say I was short. So there are shortcomings, but it is up to you to overcome them. And what can get you there is the effort. So finally, to close, I'll tell you just one thing. If you have a dictionary, just check one thing. Before fame and fortune, okay, fame and fortune are what we are looking for. Success, fame, and fortune. Before that comes effort, right? E comes before F. So effort comes before fame and fortune. So if you remember this basic rule, that if you put in the effort, you can become the greatest in whatever you want to become, right? So those are my best wishes for you. And next Sunday we'll take up physical fitness as an effort. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. It was very nice.
Yeah, any questions are there?
Sir, I'll just ask
Sir, I'll
because
just
I've
ask
not
because I've
received
not
any
received
chat
any chat
for the same.
for the same.
Okay, okay.
Parents and
Parents and
students hope the
students hope
session
the
was
session
clear.
was clear.
I'll just
I'll just
unmute
unmute
everyone
everyone
so that you
so
all
that
can
you all
ask
can
the
ask the
questions if you
questions
all
if you
have any.
have any.
Austin sir,
We all can unmute ourselves.
so can you give a brief about the previous session?
Students,
Yeah.
so
You want
there's
to
a
become an
question.
archer? Hello, you want to become an
Yes, sir,
archer?
there's one question.
Okay, so what we have to do is find out from people where archery classes take place. Because in between there was somebody who had approached us for archery classes, but then he wanted the whole ground, so we couldn't give him the ground. If you want, we can give you the contact. Okay, you be in touch with Hina ma'am. I'll give her the archery coach's number. You can get in touch with her.
Austin sir, can you give a
Right?
brief
Yes,
about the
any other
previous session?
questions? Anyone wants to ask any other question?
So can you give a brief about the previous session? Small.
Small brief about previous session.
What is that?
So they want a small brief about previous session.
Previous session.
Yes.
Yeah, see, previous session was a session on open mind. Okay, I'll be repeating that whole session again, maybe next Sunday, not the coming Sunday. After that, I'll repeat that open mind thing. But what is important is when you want to become a great player, you have to keep an open mind because, as I told you, the example of Sachin Tendulkar. You know, one person who was a security person at the Taj Hotel went and told him that he has a fault in his batting. And what Sachin Tendulkar did, he accepted that fault. And he had this arm guard which was troubling him. He made it smaller. So that is an open mind. If you want to grow every day, if you want to grow every day, then you have to have an open mind. So that's how Sachin grew. Okay? So everybody has to do that. Anything else? But I'll have a whole session on that.
Sir,
Yeah. Yeah.
even we have next Sunday class, na?
Yeah, yeah. Every Sunday.
What time?
10:30.
This time only?
Yeah, yeah. Same time. Same time.
Okay.
Any more?
No.
Okay, then think about what I told you. Okay. Put the effort in your studies as well as your game, and I'm sure you'll become great people. Right?
Sir,
Thank you, and goodbye.
sir, any focusing exercise? Sir,
Yes.
Any focusing exercise, like you had given the candle exercise before, after that some other focusing exercise?
I can't hear you. There's some echo.
Sir, he's asking that you had given a focus exercise of
Candle
candle
exercise. After
previously.
that,
Yeah.
any other new exercise?
Acha, candles you are doing, but
Any other
are you
new
doing?
exercise?
No, but are you doing the candles? No.
Sir, I had done it, like I found the colors. I did it once or twice. Then I thought you'll give a new one after that.
Okay. You must go on buying new candles. Okay. And secondly, you try one more exercise. Sit in a cool place where nobody is disturbing you, and go on breathing slowly, deep breaths. Slowly cool your mind. Okay. Once you start cooling your mind, and then maybe next week I'll tell you how to go ahead. Okay. Start cooling your mind, making it cold. You must feel that thing in your head that is getting colder. Okay. Try that exercise. Anything else?
I think so we are done with the
The
question.
questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Next
Next
Sunday,
Sunday,
the same.
Yeah. Next Sunday, same time. Yeah.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
everyone for the session. It was a wonderful session. Thank you for
Thank you for
joining in.
joining in.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Austin sir,
Austin
for giving us such a good
Yeah. Yeah.
knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Stay safe, stay at home.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.